Hello, this is Mr. Chabry, and for Johto January, I thought it'd be pretty cool to go through some of my favorite memories of the Johto region, Generation 2, Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. So the first Generation 2 game that I received was actually Pokemon Silver. Later on, I did end up getting Pokemon Crystal, but it was Pokemon Silver that I spent most of my time in. The unfortunate thing about Generation 2 games, however, is the internal batteries will die, and since it used the internal batteries at all time to keep up with the in-game time, the batteries in Generation 2 games would run out pretty quickly comparatively to other games. And once this happens, your save game is gone for good. I've actually put in a new battery into my Pokemon Silver, so that is why here you see it working. You see some of the Pokemon that I have caught the last time I played on here. The unfortunate thing is, the Pokemon that I had the first time I played through this are now gone for good. Just memories from my childhood. The first time I came across a Pokemon Generation 2 game was at my cousin's birthday party. He had received Pokemon Silver, and everyone sat around the TV to watch him pop in the game into the Super Game Boy and play it on the big screen. Everyone was amazed. There are new Pokemon. All these Pokemon are very nicely colored, and this was an adventure that I couldn't wait to take myself. I ended up getting Pokemon Silver from my parents. My cousin had picked Totodile as his starter, but there was another Pokemon that caught my eye. Cyndaquil was the fire type that was cute and cuddly at the same time. So now I was ready for my own adventure. I traveled throughout Johto, came across my rival, who I actually named because I was a kid and I did not realize that it was up to you to pick your rival's name. As I traveled through Johto, I watched my Cyndaquil become a Quilava and then a Typhlosion. I learned that you could actually breed Pokemon in this game, and not only that, if you breed any Pokemon with Ditto, you could get that Pokemon again. So that's what I did. I bred a whole team of Typhlosion, Quilava, and Cyndaquil. Why just have that initial excitement of getting your starter in the beginning of the game when you can do this over and over and over? With all these new Pokemon, I needed a guide to help me sort out which Pokemon that I liked the best and which ones were my favorite. And the official Pokemon Handbook came in handy. This is actually the 3rd edition. The 3rd edition is the Johto edition. So in the beginning of this book, you have here all the types that are listed. Of course, Fire type is first because Fire type is the best type. So here we have Typhlosion's page, and looking at Typhlosion's page, we learn that he is 5 foot 7 inches and 175 pounds. This book also tells you some of the moves that these Pokemon learn. However, it does not tell you which level they learn these moves at, so that's kind of unfortunate. Some Pokemon also have extra poses on the side next to their main picture. I've always thought this was pretty cool because this gives you an idea of what this Pokemon would look like in the 3rd dimension. I always thought Tyranitar's poses were the coolest. Something I always thought was cool when I was younger is this last page here. Professor Oak tells you there's one remaining Pokemon that is not found in this book. This Pokemon is actually Celebi, but this is pretty cool because it adds an air of mystery. So let's go over to the Nintendo 64 and look at Pokemon Stadium 2. So in Pokemon Stadium, you can actually play your Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal cartridge in the Game Boy Tower. You can customize your room from the My Room option, and trade Pokemon in the Professor's Lab. From the Pokemon Academy, you can learn a lot of useful information for your Pokemon battles. Here, you can see that I went through all of these, and basically completed the entire set of courses. These lessons are divided into 3 different classes. After you do the lectures from each of those classes, you can go and take an overall test over all of the things that you have learned, and then you can battle trainers using these specific lessons that you learn in each of the classes. There is also a library. The library gives you information about individual Pokémon, moves, items, and even egg groups. However, I spent a lot more time playing the mini-games than I did at the lecture hall. Me and my cousins would spend hours playing these mini-games. My favorite mini-game was always the Hitmontop battle mini-game. You spin around trying to knock everyone out of the ring. But we can't talk about Pokémon Stadium without mentioning the actual battles. From here you have different options available to you. Of course you have the actual Pokémon Stadium, where you can go against a gauntlet of other trainers. There's also the Gym Leader Castle, where you can go up against a bunch of different gym leaders from the Johto region. And after beating the Johto region, you take on the Kanto region gym leaders. As you can see, I never got that far. I've only gotten to where you battle the Team Rocket executive. But that didn't really bother me that much, because my favorite thing to do was the free battles. Here you just pick the Pokemon that you would like to use. And of course, I usually pick my favorite Pokemon. Here you can change the CPU AI level, and when it's set to hard, it will actually swap out depending on what move the CPU thinks you're going to be going for. I spent most of my time using the free battles, trying out different Pokemon, different sets, different strategies to see which Pokemon I like the best. And while recording footage for this video, I made a startling discovery. There, in the registered Pokemon section, were 6 Pokemon from my Pokemon Silver, the original playthrough of my Pokemon Silver. I had 2 of my Typhlosions, a Pidgeotto, a Slowpoke, a Nidoking, and a Noctowl. All of them, years and years, I thought they were all gone, but here they are, in my Pokemon Stadium 2. They've been here all these years. The last 6 remaining Pokemon, the only 6 remaining Pokemon from my Pokemon Silver. I felt like someone who had just reunited with a bunch of longtime friends that I thought I would never see again. So while recording this, I just sat there silently, taking it in. My friends, my Pokemon, my memories, they're back. I'd like to thank all of you for watching this. I put a lot of time and effort into this and made some shocking discoveries at the end. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't a subscriber. And I will see you in the next Pokemon video.